The first day of a journey always sticks with you. It becomes a nostalgic metric with which you examine your process. This is because while it is one of your most fond days, it is also your worst. You will fail again and again, all while going slower than you expected, the slowest you will go. I am fond of terraforming in survival Minecraft. I'm so fond of it, it's practically all I've been doing in the game for the last 7 years. The goal of my survival server was to gather so many resources and allocate such a large amount of safe area to build that my survival experience simulates creative mode as close as possible. But I never stopped gathering resources and terraforming areas. I think this is because all of this time I was afraid to admit that building wasn't a skill that I had ever worked on cultivating, and I was putting off beginning that journey for as long as possible. It seems like my subconscious has orchestrated a situation where I've launched a project purely based on building, so that I would force myself to acknowledge this situation and jump into what I've been putting off for so many years. If you want to succeed, get ready to fail. Here's day 1. Hey, so we're going to build Seattle today? All of it. Every single building. All of it. Just today. Like this morning. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and log in and see what we've got. I see 1 brick. 2! Proud of myself. What I really wanted to work on was this building right here. No, wait, no, not this one. This one right here. This is the target building. There we go. This is what we're building today. It looks like there's kind of a separation here between the buildings, but then again, not really. So it's looking like we might have to build this whole thing. This seems like it was 2 buildings kind of fused together here, and they added a new face on the front here. You know, construction and everything is supposed to be clean design, but it's like for these cities, the further and further you look into the building's history, there's just all this patchwork and stuff, and it gets uglier and uglier the more that you look. I think this restaurant was still open. This restaurant was still open when they took this picture. They completely removed all this stuff, and they closed it down. Now, the reason why is because it was just so dirty. Oh my god. And now there's like this homeless guy who lives right there. And when I say live, this guy really lives there. Like, he's like collected together, you know, old office chairs and something, and like a desk and stuff. Like, he's building a mini house, like right here in this little nook and cranny here. It's so funny. He's like a homeless entrepreneur. It's amazing. Okay, so now we take a break from the memory lane bit here and focus on what we're doing. Man, I suck at this. I'm so bad at this. What am I doing? I'm so picky. Look at me. The problem is if I use black concrete, just imagine this, but like darker. If I do that, it's like I turned it into a goth club or something. Right, with that and the red. So I'd like for it to be accurate, but I'm not really seeing much of an option here. Honestly, they're similar enough. We've wasted way too much time on this. Let's just go with the gray concrete. Deliberating too long over material choice would end up being a repeating pattern. But that wasn't the worst of it. With progress in stacking up a side of the wall, I thought I was well on my way. But the other 2 sides climbed a hill, and I had no idea how to just select the gray concrete blocks and stack the pattern up. Okay, this is, I do not know how to do this. Jesus Christ. I should have live streamed this, then I'd have actual people to help me, because I'm such a Okay guys, I'm gonna watch World Edit tutorials and I'll be back. Okay guys, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, and it's a new closet. So I've done some extensive research here, and I would say that my world editing knowledge has been significantly increased, so I think I know how to do this now. Needless to say, I did not. How do you guys do this? Jesus. It's copying all these layers in succession. It must be. Jesus, how do I do this? I need help, man. After I went and did some research, I thought this would be easy. I ended up manually copying the outline pattern at the top of the building because I didn't know what else to do. But other than filling every serrated section individually, I didn't know how to make this shell quickly with a command at all. Out of frustration, I quit for the day. The largest problem was that I didn't know what solutions were absent in World Edit and what was a product of my ignorance. So I did something I should have done a long time ago. I went to the Discord for help. After some troubleshooting with builders, we came up with a quick process for generating individual segments of the building shells that can be completed in a minute or two. This process will be detailed in the future mega tutorial video for this project. From there, I thought the process would get easier. Not entirely. The continued serrated edges of the building made something as simple as filling in a roof layer quite difficult. Eventually I got the hang of it with individual // sets for each corner, and building the next outline for the top section of the building had to be done manually as well, with the far wall being the most difficult. The diagonal wall feature on Effortless Building didn't seem to work. In fact, I couldn't get that mod to work at all. Once I had finished that side, I then had to manually build up the entire outline another layer in order to avoid the bottom section when copying and pasting to stack up. This is another feature we need automated. Once I was done, stacking it up to its proper building height was easy. We now had our building shell.
There we go.
From here it made sense to work from the ground up. We fixed streets, added the red target logo sections, added the brick and tree layer to the sidewalk, and got to work on the front doors. The problem was Target's front doors are glass doors and glass walls, and Minecraft has no glass doors. I absolutely hated the detailing I ended up with, and these glass door entrances are all around the country, let alone the city. If anyone has a better version of this, let me know. I had better success with the overhang, developed a strategy from keeping oak trees from growing, and then got to work on the alleyway, which ended up being the most work out of any side of the building. It was so much work. Being in a closet with no lock on the door was not without its pleasant interruptions. Oh, hi, mister.
Hi.
What's up, buddy? Okay. You want to sit on my lap? Oh. Oh. There it is. This is my little office here. Oh, yeah.
Mom.
You say office? Oh, no. You want to say something? Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
I need a lock on this door. After grueling work, I finished the alleyway, then wrapped around the building and put in the corner entrance, another target wall section, and the huge series of windows that filled the long side of the building. After showing Kristen some of my work and her baiting me to make stuff way beyond my ability...
How are you gonna make the Ferris wheel?
I don't know. Might just leave that to someone else.
No, do it. Figure it out.
Oh, I've done a horrible job on this building already. I realized that the alleyway needed a little more work. We made really fast progress on making the large windows on the opposite side, finished a couple of shop entrances, and we finally made it all the way around the building on the street level. From here we went way upwards. It was time to have some fun with the stack command. On the larger building section, we got to experience some typical skyscraper work, building one level of windows, then stacking the pattern up the whole structure. We did this with all the easy windows first, then moved on to balcony patterns, and then stranger balcony window patterns sunken into the center of building sides, which ended up just turning into weird windows. The only irregular pattern was the top two floors, which actually turned out to be pretty easy window and balcony sets, just larger. After that, we built the roof floor with the repeating set corner strategy from earlier, created a gray bluish outline on the inner edge of the roof, as well as the central maintenance building in the center. From there it was a matter of detail on the bottom floor of the lower roof, and then creating an edge that I had to place manually. This is another process that could possibly be automated by a command, but World Edit didn't seem to have anything like it. The lower roof of the building was quite complex, including its own public leisure area complete with chairs, tables, trees, and bushes. I got to work on all the general outlines, and then the strange triangle shape with the cascading windows. Once that was done, I sunk my teeth into the public area. The center of it had a strange brown texture that I couldn't quite determine, so I just settled with polished granite. I added planter boxes for trees, and the larger areas I dotted with trees, bushes, green grass sprinkled with coarse dirt, and we had our public area. The larger area of the roof left was just a bunch of vents, maintenance buildings, and a stairway door access indent. We finished them with care and got to a few things we forgot, like a series of oak trees along the side of the building at street level, chairs, tables, and lawn chairs for the public roof area, and we had finally finished the building. So now that I've laid the first building down in Seattle, what are my thoughts on the process? It takes a long time. Much longer than I had anticipated. I don't know every trick to world edit yet, but I either couldn't get effortless building to work, or it's just too buggy. And I could think of plenty of features that didn't exist in world edit that were sorely needed. So, this project needs two major upgrades. Building shells for all buildings on Earth that have available 3D data, either pre-generated in the world or easily generated with the tap of a command. Also, our own custom building mod or world edit version that has an expanded number of commands that suits the needs of this project, so we can automate every repeatable and non-creative process to speed up building by several magnitudes. But time shortcuts alone won't save us. Doing the process over and over again will finesse our ability to find the proper balance between real-world accuracy and sufficient detail in Minecraft to ensure quality. And while it's entirely possible that I will cringe at my first building in 6 months, it will always hold a special place in my mind as the first step on this journey. If you want to take this first step on this journey with me, apply for our building process today. Join the Discord, load up buildtheearth.net, and apply for our building process by getting to work on your sample right away to become part of one of the most massive undertakings in Minecraft. If we could get 10% of the Discord's membership as builders, in addition to the features to speed up the process that we plan to work on, this project would be well underway. We've seen the first buildings, beautiful monuments and towering skyscrapers alike. Our next step is to see the majesty of largely completed downtown sectors, and we're on schedule to do it. New York and London have their own independent server and Discords and are making great progress. Seattle and other large cities as server communities are now starting to form as well. This project doesn't belong to any one person. It belongs to the entire Minecraft community, which is why I'd like to see the entire Minecraft community take part in it. Build your building, leave your mark. Thanks for joining, and thanks for watching.